Hello guys, and welcome to another Zimaleta. In today's video, I want to share with you exactly how I'm going to tackle this 2012 Sprinter project. No, not how I'm gonna be changing the engine stuff apart, stuff like that. I already talked about a little bit about that. I don't think I'm really doing that good of a job explaining because it's kind of difficult because it's real technical. And since it's my first time, I'm not gonna try to attempt to tell you I know exactly what I'm talking about. But what I will be explaining in this video is exactly how I'm gonna begin the project and what I'm getting ready to do to the Sprinter project before I even pull the engine out, which I think this very thing is going to actually help many Sprinter owners right away, because most of you are not going to be tackling this, you know, changing your own Sprinter engine anytime soon. So I think it's gonna be fun to look at what I'm gonna be doing. But most of you care about how to change your oil, transmission fluid, how to just do all kinds of stuff like that, just like basic services. And that's what I'm gonna focus on in the very beginning before I even pull the engine out, because it's gonna help the most amount of people, and that's my goal, is to help you. But once I do show you all those services, and then I'm gonna pull the engine out, first I'm gonna of course leave it at the back of my property and just kind of wait till I put another engine in there and stuff like that. But my goal is to bring the engine inside of this garage. I'm gonna set it down over here where there's plenty of light. I have plenty of lighting here, and I'm gonna put a GoPro camera on my head. Probably gonna put another one on the side, and we're gonna go at it. We're gonna start disassembling the engine with different type of places. I'm going to be looking at my computer, referencing the exact thing that you have to do, which you have to remove first to go at it by the book. So I'm going to try to do that. So I think that's going to be helpful for some of you guys that are taking an engine apart and you're trying to actually learn a little bit more about it. Maybe you haven't done it before, maybe you have, you just haven't done a diesel engine. So it might help. Two heads work better than one, right? So we're going to try to disassemble the engine in here, and I'm going to share with you guys as much information as possible, because from the looks of it, from the video that I did yesterday for you, which was today, I was going to make it all part of one video, but then I discovered it's actually kind of too long, so I don't want to make it long. I'd rather split it up in sections. But I was kind of disappointed to see that the fuse panel box locations, something simple as that, they don't even list now what that fuse is for, which is what? It's like they're expecting you, when you don't know what fuse location is, and something like your window can't go up or your headlight blows out, and you don't know what's going on, and you're replacing the headlight bulb and maybe something else, that now for that you have to go to the dealer or mechanic or something to try to figure that out for you. So how are you supposed to know those locations of the fuse panel if they don't include the list anymore? Just kind of really strange to me. So that means I'm gonna have to solve this problem for you guys. I'm gonna have to make those videos separately and show you each location with the pictures and video to tell you this fuse does this, that, this, and other thing. So that's what I want to do. But I was quite surprised to see what was going on, and the reason I kind of hopped back there because one of my viewers could not figure out where his fuse was for his window going up and down, and it's not going to go up because it's probably blown fuse. And I went outside because I wanted to help him out, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I can't see it either. But I do have the book for it. I don't have the time to look at it right now because I'm doing other things. But I will be making an insightful video for you for that. But if you do have a Sprinter manual, take a look in there, and hopefully that will tell you the fuse location, what number it is, and what it does. I don't have the Sprinter book for the 2012 model. If anybody does, and you have an extra one, you want to send one to me, feel free. Look at a P.O. box below, and feel free to send me any mail, because I have a P.O. box that I probably had for 6 months. I figured, maybe I'm gonna have some mail there from fan mail or something. I don't have any fan mail. I guess I'm not that famous. I didn't think I was. But anyways, if you do want to send something, I do have the P.O. box. You could send it there. I don't have it, but I do have the service manual that I will be diving in, and I actually bought it a while back in the day before I even started my YouTube channel. But I have that, so I'm gonna help you. But here's what I'm gonna do. If it's not raining, I'm gonna go out there outside. I'm gonna start doing stuff. But before I actually start tearing stuff apart, I do want to make videos like showing you guys the locations of stuff with the engine being in place where it is, and show you guys how to do some of the services, for instance like replacing your belt, because it's definitely not easy to do. But for that to happen, because and this isn't okay, what I want to say is this: I need to disassemble the whole front end of this printer in order to show you how to replace the belt. And somebody at one of my videos that I made without me disassembling my printer front end and changing the belt said to me, I can't see what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, next time I disassemble the whole front end and showed how to replace the belt. So then somebody else writes to me, you don't have to disassemble the whole front end to do the belt job. I'm like, okay, I can't please anybody now. But here's the thing, when you're making a video, you want to see everything that I'm doing. So when you're going to be seeing me replacing a belt, just make sure that you don't have to do you don't have to like remove the whole front end in order to do it. You could just do it, like that, with a very cramped space in there. So keep that in mind. And it's not gonna be easy because you're gonna be scratching up your hands, especially you're a large build, and you're gonna be like reaching in places where like there's just like no room. So yeah, but I have to disassemble the whole front end anyways because I'm gonna be doing an engine swap. So that's gonna be kind of helping. So this means before I even get to the replacement of the belt portion, I'm gonna show you how to disassemble the front end, where bolts are located. I'm also gonna like take the lighting, and I'm gonna show you how to replace your high beams, low beams, because for some people it's obvious, for some people it's not. And I want to show you how to replace the rear taillights, taillight bulbs, because that's actually a unique little thing. I've heard somebody making fun of somebody was talking to me a while back saying, oh yeah, my driver, he was, to replace a bulb, he disassembled the whole rear taillight. And I was kind of quiet. I'm thinking, I believe that's how it's done. Because I remember owning a 2007 Sprinter, and that's how it's done. You come out there with your screwdriver and you just remove the actual light in order to replace the bulbs, because that's the way they designed it. Like on the 2006 model, and prior to that, you just simply, pull off the plastic piece on the inside and there's your bulbs. You could just replace it that way. It's a lot quicker than having to remove each individual bulb. But anyways, I didn't say nothing because I didn't want to seem stupid, but I believe that's how you do it, because that's the way I always done it, unless I'm missing something. So, also, moving on, I do want to show you how to change oil on that Sprinter. I do want to show you where the transmission fluid is at. I do want to show you how to replace the transmission fluid. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it, it being the way that it is, but I may have to, because I want to see if it's possible to replace transmission fluid. I never changed it on a 2007 when I owned it. I actually just never changed the oil. I used to be not good with Sprinters as I am today. I used to be kind of scared of it. But when I realized everybody wants to rip me off if I'm taking my Sprinter somewhere for service, I decided to learn. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, because if you want to actually make money and stay profitable in business, you're going to have to learn how to do this yourself. Or you're never going to have money. You're just going to be, hopefully, at least paying all your bills and stuff, and that's no way to live. It's not just surviving. I could do that at home. I don't have to go on the road to survive. Life is already a survival. So, if I'm in business to make money, not to give my money away after I make it, just because I want to pay my bills. It's kind of pointless. You could work locally at a grocery store. You'll be surviving, but you'll be able to pay your rent and whatever. You're not going to have any money left over, and that's the way this expedited business can be if you don't manage your money correctly. Just saying. I will be making some videos on that. I haven't got around to making that because of all the other things that I'm doing. So I'm the kind of person that I'm self-motivated, and I'm motivated to do so many things. And honestly, it's kind of impossible to do everything. You just have to do like one step at a time. So I sometimes misjudge how long it's going to take me to do a certain project. Sometimes it takes me a lot longer. Like for instance, working in my house, I've never done that kind of work before, and that's why it's taking me longer than normally. Plus, you have to constantly move stuff around, which doesn't make things easier by any means, but I'm almost done, which is good. Once I'm completely done with my home, then I'm gonna be releasing a bunch of Sprinter videos, guys. You're gonna be happy. The Sprinter owners, you guys gonna be happy. Most of my videos are gonna be Sprinters. They're gonna be expedite because these things come hand in hand. I'm gonna do some motivational, and because I want to be a motivational speaker. That's what I want to become, motivational speaker. This is before my YouTube channel. I wanted to become one, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do some unboxing videos, but not as many as I've been doing. But I need to do them as fillers because some days it's gonna be raining and you can't go out there and do anything. I have a garage now, but this is 16 by 24. I could bring in an engine in here and I could start disassembly, which we will do, but I cannot park a Sprinter in here and actually work when it's in rain because the ceiling's not tall enough. But right now it's kind of nice. I get to use it as my studio and just kind of stand here because behind me there's a garage door. Yeah, so that being said, to those of you guys that are new to my channel, of course I will be doing an engine swap. We're going to be taking a 2.7 liter diesel, 5-cylinder diesel, taking it out of the T1N Sprinter as I showed you outside, and then I'm going to put it into 2012 Sprinter. Now, some of you guys that's been writing to me, you think that's not going to work. Some of you maybe think I'm kind of stubborn Russian, and I'm thinking about going in there doing something that's impossible. And I'm not stubborn, but I'm not afraid of doing something that people think is impossible. So I think where there's a will, there's a way, and we will find a way to do it. And guys, if somebody could take an engine from a harbor tool and freight store, I've seen a channel do that, and stick it into a regular Japanese car and make it run, then you could most certainly stick another engine to any kind of car and make it run. It does not matter if it's a gas engine that you took it installed into a diesel or a diesel engine. You know, you're gonna have to do some modifications. It's no wonder. You know, I mean, look at that one video that new channel just popped up. It started making it. They're pretty successful right now. They put in a Hellcat engine into a Mazda Miata. You know, a Hellcat engine, a V8 instead of a 4-cylinder. That is a huge engine, and they basically, it's a Dodge Mazda now. You know, one of those vehicles. So they made everything work, and I don't see why I can't do the same. You know, I will tell you this. This is going to be something new for me. I've never done that before. So it's a little bit scary, but I'm not scared of it. I'm just kind of like, you know how they say, your mind is scared, but your hands are doing it. That's the way it is. You just have to tackle it, and that's the way I'm going to be approaching this. I approach all of my life situations like this. If you're not going to do that, and you're going to wait for somebody else to do it, chances are nobody's going to do it for you. At least they're not going to do it for free. And if you're going to have to pay somebody to do it, then you're just not going to have any money, which is kind of brings me to like another point, and it's a little bit, I guess, off topic, but somebody wrote to me when I did the roof over here. Bunch of roofers that were like making fun of me, saying to me that you know, I should have not like cheaped out, I guess, and I should have hired a professional to do it because they would do it right, because chances are it's going to cost me more money down the road. But guys, I'll tell you this roof was leaking. It was so bad, and it was already rotted out roof. I replaced the plywood on top, which is actually wasn't plywood, it was OSB. I replaced the OSB. I actually doubled it up, and I put tar paper on top, and I put roof on top of it. Hey, maybe I made some mistakes, you know, I'm learning, but it's not going to be any worse than it was. If it's going to start leaking again and it's going to rot out, well, then I'm just going to have to do it better next time. You know, I'm going to have to learn from it. It's not going to cost me much more, maybe $500 extra. But how much would I pay a roofer to try to do like 10 of those big bags of, or whatever you call them, of shingles? Because actually I bought 10, but I actually needed like 14. I had like 4 more at home, so I ended up using those. And this is just to do like the front section, like not even the rear section of the roof. You know, the rear I left alone. I just basically, you know, capped it on top, just like you would a normal roof. But you can't be scared of doing stuff like this. Yes, you will do mistakes. Yes, you're gonna run into problems. Don't let that stop you, you know. I mean, if you are that kind of person that you think a professional should be doing everything, then it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, in some situations, it's a lot better to hire a professional. Let's say you're like a doctor or a lawyer or some kind of businessman, or maybe you're like a stockbroker or whatever. You're making so much money that taking this little extra money to go on the roof and potentially falling off and breaking your leg, you know, is going to cost you a lot more. So you know, in that sense, it's better to hire a professional. You could just pay him to do his job and you do your job pretty well. In my situation, I'm not gonna make any more money by hiring somebody. I'm at home right now. I don't expedite anymore. I basically quit, not because it was like not enough money in it for me, but I decided that family is a lot more important than money. And I much rather be home doing what I enjoy. Maybe I'm gonna have a little bit less money doing it, but I'm gonna enjoy my family. I'm gonna enjoy my life a little bit more. Life is short. You gotta do what you care about, and that's what I'm doing. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Take care of yourself, and God bless you. See you in my next video. I will try to put out another Sprinter video for you guys next time. Bye-bye. My name is Serge Zimaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter, Expedite, or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.